Hi, gorgeous soul. Welcome to another Mystic Monday. If you are new here, I'm so happy to be with you. I am Ashley, the owner of Winged Alchemy. This is a place where I share my deepest passions and guide empathic spiritual souls back to their power. I'm a person in recovery from addiction. I really struggled with that for 7 years. I've been clean and clear for 10 years. I've studied energy medicine in depth. I'm an ordained shamanic minister and an advanced shamanic energy practitioner. And I'm really in love with bringing seekers together, with helping you train your spiritual gifts so that they stop becoming sources of suffering and start becoming the source of your power and your wisdom. I am in love with weaving interfaith mysticism from all over the world, specializing in Eastern philosophy, Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism. I'm absolutely in love with the teachings that I bring to you in this space. Mystic Monday is our time to hang out, to have a tea, a coffee, to relax, and to get the download for the week. I am really big on you not just receiving this teaching, but putting it into practice. We don't manifest what we want, we manifest what we are, and you become what you practice. And my job as a mystical Pisces that is rooted into my body after years of escapism, my job is to help you ground because we really can't do what we came here to do if we are staying in the upper chakras of the spirit world and of the mind. We really need to come down and root into the body to merge heaven and earth through the body, to merge the higher and the upper chakras. And chakra is an Indian word that means energy wheel, spinning wheel. The first three chakras are the root, the sacral, the solar plexus. They're connected to our identity here on earth, who we are as a being, as a human. It's connected to fear, hoarding, addiction, money, sex, power. The upper three chakras, the throat, the third eye, and the crown, are the celestial chakras. They are our connection to higher knowledge and the oneness of who we are. The bridge, of course, the fourth chakra, is the heart. So you have three lower, which are the more earthly chakras, and then three upper, which are the more ethereal chakras. And then you have your heart, which is the bridge, the seat of God, the seat of your soul. So today, in the theme of February, sacred sovereignty, I want to go through the map of your energy body because something I've really struggled with as an empathic being is I want to grow spiritually. I want to expand upwards. I want to pull the cards. I want to receive messages. And there's nothing wrong with that. I also learned that you can overdo that. And when it comes to knowing your identity, knowing your truth, knowing your power, you actually don't go up into the higher chakras. You need to come down into the body. And there is a lot of religious programming around the body is a trap, the body is sinful, the body is bad, right? This is a huge conversation of the suppression of the feminine principle. Mother matter, the land and the realm temporal. So we have a temporal existence, which is this physical realm, your body, and look around everything you see. And then we have our infinite existence, which is our soul that lives on, our infinity. And we are the bridge between these. And when it comes to owning our power, we need to wake up to our conditioning. In religion, we're conditioned. My shamanic teacher, Alberto Villoldo, used to say, you're wounded by your creation story of Adam and Eve. In shamanic cultures, in my lineage in the high Andes Mountains of Peru, they don't have that creation story that you sinned and you're bad and you have this weight of I am bad through your life. No, they believe that we're stewards of the earth and the earth is sacred. So many spiritual traditions teach us that the body is a prison, that we need to ascend, get beyond the body prison, get up and out of here. Even, Hinduism, when it talks about getting out of the wheel of samsara, right? Stopping the cycle of rebirth. Well, my question is, something really wise said you should come to Earth. So why would I try and get out of here if I chose to come here? And a lot of spiritual people, especially spiritual women, are too much in the upper chakras. So, how do you know if you're too much in the upper chakras? Here's the giveaway. You don't know your opinion. You're confused and you're in doubt. And you need just another tarot pull, or you need to consult the spirits, or you're listening to other people's thoughts. Think about up here. It can get overwhelming. This is the realm of our infinity, where every option is available, where every timeline is available. Everything can be, you can overdo anything. So for me, when I stopped trying to expand up and I started going down and into my body and reclaim my body as sacred, stop disassociating, right? Because you can use, come to find out, spirituality as an escape, which I'll raise my hand for that. Totally did that for many years, still coming out of that. Your intuition is inside your body, and you are only as sovereign and as powerful as you are embodied. You are meant to bring your gifts to this planet, and you can't do that if you don't have an ego. So let's go into that conversation. What's the ego? The ego is the expression of what is temporal, right? So remember, I said you have the infinite and you have the temporal, and it's all beautiful. But I'm talking about when you swing into imbalance, when you lose your sovereignty, your sense of fullness and power and free will and connection to yourself. So the ego has been demonized with all of the teachings that talk about ascend out of here, the body prison, the body is evil, right? This whole belief system that has us pillage the earth when the shamans are saying, commune with the earth, deepen relationship with the earth. You don't own the earth, you're not above the earth. The body is the earth, it is borrowed. So the ego's gotten a bad rap. Here's what the ego is: it is your human spacesuit, it is your temporary experience of separateness. The ego is a not so good leader. The ego is a very, very good member of your inner team. If your separateness leads your life, that's what we see as selfish, right? As, you know, uh, doing things that hurt others, getting to the top, hurting others so that you can stand on them and get to the top, right? That's what we see here. That's what we see. But if we were sovereign, if we awakened to our sovereignty, took ownership of our ego, went into a ritual of dying to the programming that we've experienced, which, side note, I am creating a 10-week online course for spiritual women who are ready to do this work exactly. Die to the programming in the ego, because the ego has been programmed. And we need a ritualistic, metaphorical release of our conditioning. And that is the deeper work that you can do with me in a bigger program. You can't do it in this small of a 15-minute teaching per week. This is a 10-week course. But my intention is that you receive something from this. You take it, you receive value. The ego is not bad. The ego is a beautiful, beautiful assistant to your soul's purpose. Your soul is the infinite part of you. Your ego is the experience of separateness. And so one part here is dying to the conditioning of the ego, right? Which, for example, could look like, what was I conditioned a woman is? What comes to mind when you think of what a woman is? Does she stay at home and cook? What are the stories that are in there that when you think of woman pop up? That's conditioning. That's the storage house of what you've learned what is a woman. And for me, what I've done in the past few years, a couple years ago, I said, okay, what have I been conditioned to think of as a woman? And what type of woman do I want to be? That is becoming sovereign. That is redefining. Who do you want to be? It's writing your own script. And you can't write your own script on top of all the bullshit conditioning. We need to wake up in the dream of our conditioning and redefine it. Another one that's popular is the starving artist archetype. If you believe that I can't follow my art because of this starving artist story in the psyche that we've been fed, and you don't edit that and die to that story, just an example, you won't believe that you can be well off doing your art. And there's plenty of people who are well off doing their art. We all live different realities based on our belief systems. So the first step here is recognizing your ego is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And especially for the spiritual woman, step down from heaven. I want to speak to some of you right now. Step down from the upper worlds. Step into embodiment. Your intuition's in your body. Your path is in your body. What does a no feel like in your body? Your mind is not the oracle. The oracle is a place people go, oracle cards, right? If you're not familiar, many of you will be, but oracle is a place you go for answers. What do I do? What's my decision? How do I align with this? How do I bring in my soulmate? Your oracle's not in your mind. Your mind is a computer of the past. It's your ego. It's programmable. And if you let it lead your life, you will be consumed by the material world and lose sight of the soul. But the people that I'm speaking to, many of you have been consumed by the spirit world because you love it up there. You love oneness. You love spirituality. You love those upper realms. Me too. And when I realized that the ego is a beautiful thing and I started to descend, so the path of the feminine is down into the body. Think about giving birth, right? This is just an example. You have an idea up in the upper chakras, maybe an idea for a child. Again, just an example. And it goes all the way through, and the birthing channel is downwards, right? It's not upwards. So if you are ready to give birth to your dreams, you got to find your way back to the temple of your body. So I would love to put this to practice with you. If you could just close your eyes for a moment or become present. And if you have a womb, I want you to bring your attention to it if that feels safe for you. And if you don't, just bring your attention to your low belly and just start to breathe into that place if you would. Make a sound if you're comfortable out of your mouth. And just place your attention there, presence yourself right there. Bring the light of your consciousness and your love, the upper chakras, the light of your awareness, down into this holy body. Soften your tummy and just breathe and presence right there. Repeat this out loud if you're open to it or in your mind. I recommend out loud. My body is sacred. My body has the answers. I am rooting down into deep earth now. It is safe for me to be embodied. Just feel the base of your spine, your tailbone, your hips grow heavier. See if you can connect to the heartbeat of the Mother Earth, her rhythm, her drum. Breathing up and breathing down. Loosen the shoulders. Just two more breaths here. I am rooted to deep earth now. And maybe pause this and have a conversation with the wisdom in your body, or just simply feel yourself present right now. Some wise person said the greatest journey we'll ever go on is from the head down to the heart, down to the body. And slowly bring yourself back at your own pace, opening your eyes when you're ready. Stay there as long as you want. And this week, I want to invite you to meditate on my body is sacred, or my body holds the key to my intuition. Maybe both of those. And just be with that. Say it, repeat it, think about it. Think about it before you go to sleep at night. See what comes in your dreams. My body is sacred. And then you can practice that grounding meditation, rooting into deep earth. Your wisdom, your power is right here. It's not up here, it's right here. And this is the path of the sovereign soul, of the embodied mystic, the empowered empath, however you want to call it. How about we share a breath in community, feeling the other people watching this? We're all together. Thank you for being here. If you love what's happening in this space and you want to go deeper with me, again, there's an opportunity. Doors won't be open for long. I have 10 spots that are going to open up very soon in the Sovereign Soul Mentorship. This is for spiritual women. It's all online. So if you're not local, that is all right. I will drop the link, and I am so excited for those of you who are joining. There's already like 12 or 13 people on the wait list, so don't wait. I'll be reaching out to you to see if it will be a good fit. And thank you. It's been an absolute joy, and I will see you next Monday.